Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can probably see from here, is going to be my budget video, and you might notice I only got one bit of money out, but I will explain that as we go along. So all I have left that I actually need to do on this page is just put down the budgeting header, because then I know it's for June, even though I already know it's for June, but just for making it look nice and everything. It's got the last one on this little page. This is from the Functional Planner Co, if you're interested in them. So that just goes there. So yep, that's that now completely set up and ready. So a few things for this month that are going to be a little bit different. I've added a new savings category, which is retirement. I'm going to be 29 this year, and even though I have like a general savings, £1,000 of that is emergency only, which I'm not to touch unless like there is a huge emergency, such as my car completely goes kaput, and I mean I've only got £185 in there. That's not going to do anything at the moment if my car, like the engine blows up. Granted, £1,000 probably isn't going to do a lot either, but it's better to have that than nothing. So anything extra I've got in there is sort of, I can dip into it. Like if I'm saving up at the moment, I want a new camera, a new laptop, I'm looking for a new bed frame, I need a new phone. There's a bunch of stuff I want, but I don't want to go straight away into that, so there'll be things I want to try and build that up a little bit more before I can do that. My cash envelopes on my card is going to get the money from my dining out envelope. So I've been to a couple of restaurants since we've been allowed to here in the UK in the last month, and nowhere is accepting cash at the moment. I've still got £70 in cash in here, so I'm going to give this to my dad, because my dad always likes to have a bit of cash on him, and then he's just going to transfer me the £70, or if he maybe doesn't want this, I'll just have to go up to the post office and be like, can I just pay this into my account? But I've got a couple of days until I actually get paid. It's just I already know what I'm getting paid for the month, so I can sort that out. So there is still cash in here, but I'm not putting anything in this envelope itself. It's going to go onto a digital envelope, and I think that's sort of it. I have now paid off my dentist. I had to do that yesterday, even though the appointment's not for another 6 days, because they like to do 7 days in advance a minute with the pandemic, so I had to pay that out. It was also £4 more than the last couple of times I've been, so their prices have obviously gone up. So I saved £82 and it was £86, so had to take a little bit out of the actual general one. And I think from general and holiday I took about £50 out of general and 30 out of holiday over the last month, just for little bits and pieces here and there. So not like put £200 in and took the whole £200 out again. So there is that. And I'm even, once we've set all this up, I'm actually going to show you what my budget book looks like as well, because I haven't really showed you that for a little while and how I set it up, so I'll go through that. And last bit before we get started, if you are new to the channel, hello, I am Tania, the voice you can hear. So if you haven't watched any of these before, you're probably wondering why my bills and subscriptions are going to be so low. So as I've said before in many videos, but if this is the first one you probably haven't heard, I live with my dad. My dad does not charge me rent or utilities, anything like that. He's pretty awesome like that. So I cook him his dinners, I buy all my own food shopping, I buy the food for his dinners as well, I do his laundry, do cleaning, stuff like that around the house. So he's never asked me to pay rent. I've never asked if he wants me to pay rent. He's never physically gone to me, yeah, you need to pay, and he's not also physically said to me, oh no, you don't need to pay, but as he normally says, well, you bought this for me or you did this for me. So he's pretty top bloke, my dad. So if you're wondering why my bills and subscriptions are so low, that is why, because my dad is a top man. So yeah, that's that all aside. So let's now get into the budget. So I'm going to zoom you in and then we'll get on with this. And sorry if I end up rushing through this a little bit, or I have to keep like pausing. You see a lot of jump cuts. It is 28 degrees out today and it is only 8:30 in the morning. I'm absolutely sweltering, and to film this I've had to turn my fan off because otherwise it's going to be very irritating for you guys. So I'm just going to try and jump ahead with this and see what happens. Right, so we are going in with the pay amount so far. So this month I am being paid £1,068.04. the excitement of the 4p. So that 4p goes into my extra savings account. So at the minute I've got about £25 in there, which is just some like little pennies here and there since the start of January, so haven't done too bad with that. And then we will go in with red to do the other bits. So bills and subscriptions for this month is only going to be £90 because a couple of the other things I have, I've either now already paid them, so I haven't got to worry about that, or because of it's the 4th of June to the 1st of July, which means my buffer isn't in there, so that's £9 less I have to worry about for the month, so that's pretty fun. Dice roll is getting £48 as usual. So again, for those who don't know, I have all of my cash envelope categories. I roll a dice, that's the amount that gets doubled, goes into the cash envelope or savings one, and we just build things up from there throughout the month in case I want anything. Right, so savings. So in general, I'm going to try and balance these numbers out. So I like it to be like a rounded number or a multiple of 5 for my normal savings. I'm not so fussed about the gifts one, but like general holiday and retirement, I like them to be multiples of 10s or 5s. I don't know what it is. It just bugs me if there's like a 4 or a 1 at the end of the account. So like that 1 and the 2 is not sitting pretty with me. So this month for general, I'm going to put in 169. Holiday is going to get 133. Gifts, I'm just going to do 15 because I've still got an awful lot in there, and I think the next thing I need to buy is a Father's Day present for the 20th if you're in the UK. I don't know if it's the same date around the world, but got to do that one. Retirement, very first time I'm stuffing it, so I'm just going to go straight in with 20. And I just need to remember to add retirement into the categories for my dice roll, so throughout the month I can get anything between £2 and £12 to get added into it. So just a little bit of something fun to do, which I quite enjoy. And while we're here, we're actually going to put in the new totals while we're going along this time, because I always forget to do this for you guys, and I keep having people like DMing me like, you didn't put this in, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I forgot, because I'm just useless like that. Let's put the lid on that pen. Right, so the general will now be 2,550. If I'm adding any of these up wrong, please do let me know, because I've done this before, because we all know maths is not my strong suit. Even with a calculator I still botch it. Right, so for holiday that gets us to 2,355. Retirement straight away with 20, so that's easy to do. And gifts is £86.24. So for holiday we're currently saving up to go to Florida. We were going to be going in November, but obviously with everything going on this year we still don't think it's going to be safe, and also I don't think my sister and I will have had our second vaccine by then, or if we have, it would have only been like a week or two beforehand, and I think they say you need to wait a few weeks for it to be fully effective. So we're re-looking at about April next year, so we'll see. But if that is the case, it gives me longer to save, and I've actually, for the amount we need to go, I'm only about 2, 3, maybe 4 months away. We'll say 4 months away from like hitting the target that I need, and then anything else I add to it will just be extra, either spending money or can go towards the next time that we want to go. Right, then we go down to the cash envelopes, so back to the red pen. So with food I've got absolutely nothing left. I was awful this month. I bought a load of like chicken and stuff, forgot to put some of it in the freezer, left it in the fridge, it all went out of date. It's meant to come on the food shop with 3 days minimum on it, and a lot of them were coming with like the next day on them, so I was like, oh, I'll use them tomorrow. And then we ended up going out, or we had dinner out. One of them we went to see my aunt for another one, then one of them we had takeout, and I was like, do you know what, I'm just not going to keep buying a load of like meals like this. So if I want a thing like that now, I'm just going to have to go out after work to get it. That way it should hopefully stop me from wasting. So I probably wasted about like £30 worth of food this month, which is ridiculous. So need to be a little bit smarter. I've also been really bad with takeouts. Like I think there was at one point I had a takeout almost every day for a week, which obviously not very healthy, but here we are. So, oh, why have I put 0 in? That wasn't right. Why am I saying I'm adding 0? I've just realised I've wrote that down. Oh, I have days like this. My brain, again, not working right. Right, so for food, I'm adding 220. Hopefully that hasn't botched my pen up now. Right, so the car, I'm going to add in 20. which gets me to £205, which at this point will cover my insurance for next year and a little bit, I don't know, it'd be my insurance and my MOT and a little bit of my actual car service. So hopefully come January time that should be alright, but we shall see. Fuel, I'm only going to put in 8 because I've still got £27 in there. Medication, I'm going to pop in 23. Last month I had a little bit of a medical issue that was nothing to do with what I normally need my medication for, and because I needed to get a prescription for it, it was then I think £18.70 because it was 2 prescription items, and here in the UK I think it's currently £9.35 per prescription item. And I mean, I haven't been to the doctors in over 2 years, and they were like, oh, thank you for not being one of those regular callers. But I was like, yeah, I don't call unless I have a problem. I had an issue. It's now all sorted, but because of that I had to then pay out more money, so I lost basically almost another £20 out of this from last month, which was a little bit sad, but that's why we have the envelope and we pad it up a little bit just in case we need anything. Okay, toiletries, I'm just going to pop in 13. Didn't really need a lot last month and don't really need a lot for this month coming, I don't think. I think I managed to get everything I needed, so that's all good. Fashion, we're going to put in 30. Now the shops are open, there's all these summer sales on, and I was like, do you know what, we'll get a few extra little bits and pieces from that. I completely emptied that out last month. Miscellaneous, also I had 1 penny left from miscellaneous, that's gone into the extra fund. Can't do much with a penny, so I've just zeroed that one out. So I'm going to pop in 25. Christmas, I'm just going to do 20. Should I do 20? Yeah, I'll do 20 on that one. And that's padding that quite nicely. It's a nice little amount. I should have 135 for that one. My aim is to get to like 200 by September, but I'm going to be like dipping in and out of that probably from around about July time to start getting a couple of bits and pieces for people, so that's not bad. Dad's Christmas, I had £80 at the start of last month. £8 went in from the dice roll, so I'm just going to pop in 12, which gets us to 100. I think I only need about another £10 or £12 in there to actually get his present, so that should be done by next month. Might even be during the month if I get another dice roll for him, so we shall see. Right, Disney and dentist, they are both empty. I don't need the dentist one for another 6 to 7 months. Disney I don't need for about another 10 months, but just to start it off a little bit, I'm going to put £2 in Disney, and the dentist I'm going to put in 6. So then all I need to then save is another £80 for the next checkup. I'm very lucky I don't have any cavities or anything like that, so I've never really had to worry about a lot of dental surgeries and stuff. So thankfully, even though we're private and it's still £86 per time, I've got relatively alright teeth. Right, on to outings. I'm just going to pop in another 20, so we get 240. That is working to be quite a nice amount. I think so far I've only taken like £20 out of it this year. Actually, since I started it last January, I think I've taken £20 out, so we're not doing too bad with that. Work food, that is £20. So we now have like this little card. If I take it out of my purse, I'll show it to you. I've just got to cover up the okay, so this is my little work card. This is where I work, if you didn't know. So we have this little card in our canteen. I'm just covering up the sensitive info on the bottom because then none of y'all can use it. What we just do, go up into the canteen. There's a bunch of stuff that we can buy either from the canteen itself when there's one of the workers in there, or there's like this little pop-up section which has got like snacks and drinks, and you can do like hot food like Russell's burgers, stuff like that. And you just go up to the machine, tap in what you got, and then you just tap this on it. There's nothing on the back either, it's just completely plain. Tap it on and that comes off. So I think I've got like £6 to £8 left on there, which should be enough for the rest of this week. So I always put an extra 20 on each month just so I've got plenty, so I can do that on the app later. But yeah, this is just a little fancy card. We was all expecting like a really like swish little card to turn up, and then it was just something with our name wrote on in pen, so we're like, okay, that's fine. Dinner out, I'm going to put in 30, so that one rounds up to £100. Obviously just got to transfer this over from the envelope and then we're all good. Oh, I think I knocked the camera, sorry. Right. Fun, I'm not adding anything into the fun or the outings envelope in cash. I haven't put anything in the fun one for a while, and like I said, unless I get money like Easter, Christmas, birthdays, just because, nothing goes in that one. And spare in purse, I have £6 coins left in my purse. I always put in 20. So if I get to one of the self-scan machines at work and for some reason the cash is only thing working and not the card, or the card is working but the cash isn't, then I've always got my bases covered a little bit, so that's good. Let's pop in the totals for this lot, and then we do a little bit of extra math at the top, and then we're all set to go. Right, so there are all of the totals now added in. Very, very happy with the outings one. I kind of want us all to go to like a theme park at some point, maybe during like one of the holidays that my dad and I have booked off. My sister should be able to come, hopefully, maybe if she wants to. I don't know if her boyfriend would want to or not, because he's not a big fan of the whole theme park thing, but we will see. Right, so I'm just going to zoom you out, and then I'm just going to show you the little bit at the top, do a bit of stuffing, show you my thing, my budget thing, and then we'll be done. Right, so the only thing I haven't put in, I say the only thing, there's a couple of things I actually haven't popped over just yet. So what I need to write down is my fun money. So my leftover and unbudgeted amount for the month is £124. And that is what I can just spend on whatever, but I try to limit it, so if it's out of this category I have to use the category. So a lot of the things I'm buying at the minute, so like Golden Girls, I bought all of the seasons of those on Prime Video, so I had to do that off my card. And also at the minute I'm working my way through Law and Order SVU. I've done season 1 and I've bought season 2. I reckon by the time I get paid on Friday I might even need to buy season 3, because I'm ploughing through it rather fast. So like stuff like that I will use for it. There's a few other little bits and pieces in my Amazon cart that I kind of want, but like what I'll do throughout the month, so once I got paid and once I hit my budget for the month, I will just add a load of stuff to my carts on like Yours Clothing, Shoe Zone, that's another one, Amazon, I think Disney Store. I've got like a bunch of things, accounts, sorry, with a bunch of things in the basket, so I can do that as and when. But then I'll just work out what can I afford with this, what do I actually need, what do I really, really want more than the rest of the stuff, and we sort of just go from there. So I've got £124 for that, and once all of this is transferred into the correct accounts and everything, or money taken out, on my card I should have a total of £262. So once it's all transferred over, that's the amount I need to have. If I have less than that or more than that, I've severely cocked up somewhere, but it's all good. So what I need to do, so the £20 is the only thing I have in cash. It's a very crisp one, this is. I like this one, very nice. This is just going in my purse, so that goes in there, lovely jubbly. That's that little bit there done. Right, so that is the main part of the budget done. So I just thought I'd want to quickly show you my little budget planner. If this bit isn't for you, that's fine, just want to show you because I can. So this is the budget book, A5 ring bound coil thing from Erin Condren. I love it. I love me and Erin Condren products. So at the minute we're on yellow because I started this in March. I've got some clear adhesive tabs that I put on here so I know which month it is. This is the first page you come to, so I know important dates for this month, that's when I get paid, and Father's Day. Those are only things that are like massively important for the month, like money wise, and I have a little calendar down here just so I can like check against it. And then these 3 circles up here I have this one which tells me what the pay period is, so the day I get paid to the day before my next payday, so that's how long it is. It's 28 days in between each of my paydays. Then I have a no spend day, so how many days out of 28 did I not spend anything. I think the best I've done so far is 16, the worst I've done is 2 in the last year, so since I've been like properly looking at finances and stuff. So to me, anything about half of that or more is pretty good to me. It's rare I do that. I think normally average about 10, which isn't fantastic, but we try. So the next one is then extra earnings. So what do I make through selling stuff on like Facebook Marketplace, Depop, surveys, blog posts, stuff like that. Then down here you've got a future purchase and a future bill section. So over here I know I need to buy some stuff for Father's Day, so I'll find all the stuff I want, write down the amount, and then how much I spent. Normally for Father's Day and like Mother's Day, my budget, I do about £30 to £50, sort of just depending on what I can find. Like with my mum, I normally get her like jewellery or stuff, so that's a little bit more pricey, whereas I know my dad, he's all about the gag gift or practical things like torches and stuff like that, so stuff he likes. Future bills, I don't really have anything major coming up at the minute, but in case there's a new subscription service that maybe I want to try out, or I don't know, like something that I've forgotten about that I haven't wrote down in any of my various planners and diaries, that's there. And then at the bottom I have a little section for the savings goals. So I don't actually do it as a goals section, I just do it as a tracker, so I know what I start the month off with. So I'll fill this in with the gifts, general and Florida totals. I haven't got anywhere for the retirement bit on here because I'll show you that in a second. The next pages are like an at a glance bit. The only box I really fill in is up here because I do all my budgeting on this little notebook, so I don't really need this, but I probably should utilise it at some point. So just again have work, Depop, Facebook and other, so I can track how much I make during the month as well as what my actual pay from work is. These 2 pages are for the cash envelopes. Technically it's 3 pages because you have 1, 2 and then I have the back page in case I go over. So here I've got all of my cash envelope totals and I've popped retirement underneath gifts. Can't talk. Underneath gifts. There we go. I probably should move these 2 down into this bit for next month, but I'd already set this up. And then I have a little section down here for my food shopping. So I have 4 weeks of food shopping. It always starts on a Saturday because our food shopping comes on a Saturday. It's got the week it commences, so I have, where is it? Find it from the previous one. So down here I've got how much the main shop was during the week. This is how much I spent either on takeout or I ran out of bananas, I need to get some bananas. I've ran out of crisps, get some crisps. That all goes in this bit, and then at the end of the week I'll tot up how much there is and we go from there, and then we sort of figure out, okay, this is how much I spent this month, and yeah, it works out well for me. So then I'll write down everything here that I purchased. So anytime we do anything out the food category, I'll write down the date, where we got the food from, tick it once I've got it, so once the food has arrived at my house, tick that box, how much I spent, and then I'll do the category, so food, and then how much is left in each one. I think I've got that to show you as well. So yeah, so you got food minus 255, ended up with 213.45, so stuff like that just makes my life a little bit easier. Granted, it's a lot of like having to track stuff all the time, but like if I buy a lot of stuff online, what I'll do is just leave the email in my inbox until I have a moment to sit down and tally everything up. And once the envelope is at 0, or I've got like £20 left in a category but I want to buy something for £22, I can't buy it. That is the rule. I try and stick to it as best I can. So like last month there was a pair of shoes I really wanted. They were about £22. They finally went on sale, so I was able to afford them with what I had left in my cash envelope, but before that I was about £4 short. But because of that I was able to buy them, and I've now got them. So that is what those 2 pages look like. And then once I said, obviously if this one fills up because I do a lot, I've got an extra bit. And then we have 1 page, 2 pages and 3 pages for what's on my main one. So at the top here we've got all of the bills and subscriptions I have. I can't talk today. So they've got the date they come out, what the bill is, how much it's meant to be. So like I know my phone is £29, but sometimes it's £29.50 or something, so I always budget 30 for it just so it covers it. Netflix is like £13.99, so I do £14. Epidemic at the minute, it seems to be like fluctuating between £9.84 and £10, so have all of that. Now buffer I've put not this month because that day falls into the next month's paycheck, not this one, so that's pretty nice. Then here I've got my 4 days of Sunday, so I always do my dice roll on a Sunday. So on Sunday the 6th I will roll the dice, pick out what category is getting the money, roll the dice and see what the amount is. and filled all that in. And then underneath here I just track all my spending. So did I buy season 3 of Law & Order SVU? So I'll write down the date I bought it, Law & Order SVU, tick it once I have physically purchased it. So if it's something that needs to be shipped to me, I won't tick that until it has arrived. Obviously if it's a digital download like Amazon videos, you can just tick it straight away because you've then got it. And then I write down the amount, and then in a blue pen I will write down here like the running total. So as soon as I hit my, what was it today, £124 budget up here, I can't spend anymore. And if I do, it has to be because I've earned extra money. So have I got £25 from doing my surveys? Have I got an extra £15 from doing a blog post? If I didn't then save that amount, I've then got to keep changing it up here. So I do that bit in an erasable pen, just so if it changes throughout the month I can like up and down it a little bit. But I do try, and like any extra earnings I make throughout the month, I do try to save them as best I can, just because it just feels better. Just feels better to do. So that is how my little budget book looks. So other than just sorting that out with my dad later, or just popping up to the post office this afternoon just to sort that out, that is everything for this video. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I know it was sort of a rambly one, but there was a lot I needed to like try and explain, stuff that had changed, and I wanted to tell you everything now before I forget, and also wanted to film it as quickly as possible because it is so hot in my room right now. So I've got a little stain there. That's from my McFlurry the other day, do ignore that. Anyway, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all having a lovely day, especially in the weather we're currently having here in the UK, and I will see you guys soon. So thanks for watching. Bye.